Hey, hi guys. How are you all? So this is Sai Kiran from Let's Upgrade. I hope that we are live. Are we guys live right now? Yes or a no? So please tell me something in the private chat. I am looking into the private. I'm looking into the stream also. Hey, hi guys. Hi, how are you all? So this is Sai Kiran from Let's Upgrade, and I welcome every one of you to this particular live session of Netflix. How many of you are joining from Mumbai, and how many of you are joining from Bangalore and Hyderabad, Chennai, Vishakhapatnam, and various places like in from UP and from Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. So please tell me in the chat from where you guys are joining in. So I would like to know this thing first, then we will take it ahead where exactly you're joining and uh, how excited you guys are from. Okay, nice. Leon is from like Greece. How wow, nice. Yeah, nice to have you, Leon. And we have got Pattur. Hey, hi, Pattur is in Tamil Nadu. And then I have got people from Bangalore, Vishakhapatnam, Nagpur. Oh wow, nice. Nice to have every one of you into this particular live class where we'll be building Netflix from grounds up. So let me just share my screen so that you guys can know from where exactly you can go ahead and mark the attendance. So just give me 1 minute. And okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So okay, so I hope that you are able to see my screen. uh, Sandesh, please share my screen. Hey, hi. So got it. So this is the screen. This is particular YouTube video where you guys are seeing me right now. So in the description of this YouTube video, you have got one particular link. Okay, so this is one link where you can actually go ahead and mark attendance, download your certificate, and also go ahead and earn LU coins. Okay, so for registration, attendance, certificate, and everything else, this is particularly one link which we have here. Click on this one link. As soon as you click on this one link, this window will ask you to enroll now if you have not enrolled into this program. So as you can see here, like okay, it's loading up. Just give me 1 minute. I'll sign in with Google. Okay, if you have not signed in, please sign in the same way how am I doing it right now. So you are also like having sign in done. Once you sign in into this particular web page, okay, web app, you'll get this enroll me button. Click on this enroll me button to enroll if you have not enrolled till now. As soon as you click on enroll, you will receive a WhatsApp message, at the same time email also, that you have enrolled into this program successfully. Now you can join our WhatsApp groups, which are provided in this links. That's one. Second, you can also go ahead join Let's Upgrade's Telegram, where we have got 16,000 other people. Okay, and go ahead and check out our refer and earn. The more you share about Let's Upgrade's essential program, okay, which are being delivered live by real developers, you get coins. At the same time, people get benefited when they see this. Now, three things why you should be learning from Let's Upgrade. Number one, you will be learning live by a developer. So the developer here is Sanjay Kumar. He is a developer in daytime, evening time. He is your mentor here at Let's Upgrade. So after you complete this Netflix building a web app, you will be getting certificate for the same from Let's Upgrade in association with ITM group of institutions, NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, which can be recognized by your universities and colleges if you are a student. And at the same time, Google Developer Group Mumbai, that is GDG MAD. And this is about the program. All you have to do to get your certificate is, as soon as you click on this question mark button, you will see attendance marking, okay, and assignment submission. You complete attendance, you submit your assignment, that is basically Netflix. Once you are done, so all you have to have is 50% progress. आपको बस 50% progress चाहिए. All you need is 50% progress to get your certificate. I hope that you guys are clear about it. Okay, So WhatsApp group is full. I'm not able to join. So Varma Gokul is saying that. So don't worry about it. We will give new links there. We'll update the WhatsApp groups so that you can join it later. Okay. So all you need is 50% progress to download your certificate. Now, how to mark attendance? Every day you have to open this particular link, which is provided to you in the description down there, and click on mark attendance. Go ahead, give the NPS. So what is NPS? NPS is nothing just but it's a net promoter score. How likely you are going to recommend this particular class to your friends and family members. Give us a rating. So the rating can be somewhere between 9 or 10 if you like us. So I will give 10. And are you interested in a 6 months long full stack program in web development or data science? What is this program? As I said, you will be learning live by a developer in Let's Upgrade always. You will be building projects. You'll be building 15 plus projects in our full stack program. Let it be data science or let it be web development. At the same time, you will be getting tons of interview opportunities after you complete this program and while you're in this program by our 150 plus uh, partner companies which we have in the industry. So if you're interested, click yes here. And if you want us to improve something, just give us that option also, and that's it. As soon as you have marked your attendance, again you should be receiving one WhatsApp saying that hey, you have successfully marked your attendance. Now as soon as you mark your attendance, your progress will go ahead. So please do this for 5 days so that your progress is above 50%, and also submit your assignment. Now that's it guys, that's it from my side. And also please check out our other programs which we are offering in live mode by real developers, so that whatever is in your curriculum in your colleges and universities and you don't know about it, you can learn it here at Let's Upgrade and also get certified. And most of it is for free and few of them are for paid, but what is paid, you get a job there. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for listening to me. Now let's get back to here. I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll get Sanjay sir. Hi Sanjay sir. Hello. You can make your attendance right now. Hey, hi, can we have Sanjay sir on the screen? Sandesh. Okay, so I am yet to get Sanjay sir onto the screen. uh,
Yeah, yeah.
hey, hi Sanjay sir, how are you?
Yeah, hello,
Nice.
sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, yaar. You're wearing Let's Upgrade ka t-shirt. I'm not wearing Let's Upgrade ka t-shirt. I'm so sorry about it. Yep. So fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining in. And
Yeah,
so, sir, today we are building Netflix. Okay, Netflix
yeah.
ka
Like
कोई
this time, we are going to create this Netflix from the very scratch. So, and
oh wow,
along the way, we are also going to learn React. So, it's like we are going to understand React, and right away, we are going to use that to create like something like Netflix. So,
got it.
like at the end of the session, you are going to know everything about React as well as how to create something with it. So, that's not a theory. Like we are actually making something. So, that's the
Very nice.
great part about this session.
Very nice. Very nice. So we are going to build it in React, as you said. So any kind of
Yeah.
prerequisite that a student should be knowing before joining this program?
Yeah, like a student should like he or she can should know JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and for that they can basically watch our previous essentials. So that's more than enough. So if a student is having like basic knowledge of JavaScript, that's more than enough. I'm just going to cover the JavaScript part as well. So the advanced thing that they may require. So I'm just going to cover that as well in this session. So that's not a problem. But basic JavaScript is very, very compulsory here. For that, you can just watch the previous essential like we had
Got it.
last week. So that's more than enough.
Done, done. Hey guys, for all the people who are joining fresh, we have already done HTML, CSS essentials. We are already done with JavaScript essentials. Don't worry if you have not attended it, because any which ways, I know Sanjay sir, he will say
I
everything
just
in a story mode. I know him very well. So he takes it in a story mode and story approach. Even if you don't understand the syntaxes and all, he will explain you in a uh, uh, one liners that you will be able to. And if
yeah,
you still
exactly.
need a lot of help, just go ahead and attend his own essentials
Yeah,
program that has been done in the past. That is essentials in HTML, CSS. You can just go ahead, see a playlist on this particular YouTube channel, and you may be able to find it. That's one. And This course is for 5 hours. Okay, this particular Netflix building stuff is going to be 5 hours, so that we build something which you can show in your resumes. Okay, so that is the reason why it is 5 hours. I hope that is clear. All the people who may miss watching this program in live, for them you can watch it in recording also. That doesn't mean that you don't watch it in live. So please, I ask every one of you, request that do watch it in live. Recording is there on YouTube, you can watch it, but seeing alone is silos, and being with everyone and learning is something which I promote. That's one thing. Today's duration is 5 hours. No, every day it is going to be every day it is going to be 1 hour, and for 5 days it is going to be there, so that every one of you can learn, build together when this class is done every day. That is the thing. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Please do learn a lot from Sanjay sir. Now over to you, Sanjay sir, and
Yeah,
we'll take
thank you.
it. Okay, bye.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, sir, by the way, for having me here, and we can start here.
Yep.
So first of all, let me just share my screen. Yeah, so good evening, everybody. So it's our first day, and you're going to learn a lot in these 5 hours. So, firstly, I just want to know you how many of you already know about the JavaScript. Like basics of JavaScript is not that much important, but basics are really because. But the advanced JavaScript, I'm just going to cover that in this session only. So like promises and import export, I think I covered that in the last session. Not so much. No worries, you can watch. Like today is just the introduction. So we are just going to create our first React app. We will understand what is React, why we use it, how it works, and how you can use it. So that is going to be the introduction today. And by tomorrow, we are actually going to start with our Netflix clone. So that's not a worry. And I'll also show you the clone that, by the way, like clone. And also, we are also going to upgrade that clone. Now, so we are not going to like that project. Our project is actually going to be modular. So if you want to add some stuff from your side, you can do it by yourself. I'll share you the code. I'm going to share the code with you. So that's going to be a complete journey. So first of all, let's just start with the plain old JavaScript. Yeah. So why I am starting with a plain old JavaScript if we are going to do the React? Because to understand React, we must understand why we need React and what is React, like why we use it, like why it's so popular, why everybody is talking about this. So if I open any JavaScript project, so let me just open this project. So it's a project like I'm just creating this project in our session. So as Science sir told you that we have our essential batches and also proper full stack courses. So this is the course I'm creating in the class. So here I have my course. So you can see it like very simple project with some CSS here, a single HTML file, and I think one two JavaScript files and all. So it's a very basic JavaScript project. But in the basic JavaScript project, there's a problem. So whenever I just want to create something, so suppose I just want to add, let's suppose, a card to my screen. So how you will do that? So suppose you want to update a card on your HTML. So remember what we used to do. So suppose I have a title here. So I'm just going to grab the title by using, remember that document selector. So document dot query selector or get element by id card. So here I have my course. So we can basically get any element by its id. So you can you're grabbing that element, and suppose let's have id here. Let's say title. So I'm just going to update that. We will update the style, some inner HTML and all. So that was too hectic to do. Like if you're creating a small project, that's good enough. Like that's not a concern. If you're just creating a single page application, so you can basically update anything from by using a JavaScript just by writing this thing again and again. But imagine you're creating a next Instagram or a YouTube. So here's a project, and don't mind the project, it's not completed. So it's a project that is going on in the class. So it's sort of a weather application. Suppose I just want to update this 12 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to go here. I'll just look for this element. So where this thing is, so this one. So I let me just give it an ID of, let's say, title, so that I can grab it. And if I'll save it, and I can update this thing by doing, let's say, title dot inner HTML hello world, something like that. So I can basically update this thing. So it's gonna refresh. And first of all, let me see if we have added that script in our, just give me a second. Skip.js. Let me just write a quick console here so that we can see if we are grabbing this thing perfectly or not. Yeah, so until it's getting loaded. So suppose if you're creating, let's say, a big project like a Netflix, like Netflix or YouTube or Instagram. In that project now, you're gonna have like thousands of lines of code. You will have thousands of lines of JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and all sort of stuff. And it's gonna become almost impossible to do anything with just with using vanilla JavaScript. What is vanilla JavaScript? Like plain old JavaScript. So we have a fancy term for that, vanilla. So why it's gonna be become so difficult. So, and for our rescue, Facebook, like Facebook created a library. Yeah, I know, like Facebook rarely do something good, but this time they nailed it. So Facebook created a library and they named it reactjs. So why don't we just visit the official documentation? And this is the React official documentation. You can visit this website. Just Google reactjs, and this is going to be the first link that you're going to see. So here they're saying a JavaScript library for building user interfaces, for building UIs. Okay, so that is like, that was like industry changing thing. So now by using React, you can create the UI in a modern way, which is more reusable, easy to manage, and to be honest, now using React is far more easy than using vanilla JavaScript. Like from my personal experience, I'm saying that. So it's much more easy to use React than by using vanilla JavaScript or vanilla HTML, CSS. So let's just create our first React project. Why don't we? So it's very straightforward. So there is a command. Yeah, like a spoiler alert here, that we are going to use a lot of CSS. Why do we hit it update this updated? I don't even know. Like this kind of stuff. Now this happens a lot when we use vanilla JavaScript. I think maybe I'm grabbing something with some wrong ID or something like that. I can just change it to text content, but yeah, just change it to text content, and now it's gonna change. Yeah. So spoiler here, like we are going to use the command lines a lot, not that much. I'm just going to explain all the commands. So I think we have 2-3 commands that you're going to work with a lot. So I'll just explain you what all these commands are. So let's just close this for now. And let's just create our first React project, and let's just understand how this thing works. And anyways, as I told you, it's very easy. So just stay with me, because in starting it's gonna seem overwhelming, but don't worry, don't panic. I'm here, I'm going to help you, so don't worry about that. So what is the command to create a new project? So just open your terminal. So just right click anywhere. If you're using Windows machine, right click anywhere and click on this open in new terminal. Just click this. Okay, so this black screen is going to be welcomed by us. So here we have this. So we basically have to execute a command, and this command is going to create a React app for us, a React application. We call React application. So it's just going to create that for us, and you don't have to memorize all of these things, because you can just Google it. Otherwise, I'm just going to share you the command. So it's, I think, npx. Yep, npx. And to be honest, I also don't remember these commands and all. So you don't have to worry about it. So the command is, I'll just share you the command. So it's npx create hyphen react hyphen app. Okay, this is the command that you want to execute. But there's one more step that you have to follow before this. I'll just tell you that as well. And after that, you can name your project. So the you can name your app. So I'm just going to name it Netflix clone. Yeah, Netflix clone, and just press enter. Okay, just press enter, and it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. So that is why I already executed this command, and I already have my React project here. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you what is going to happen. So it's just going to do something, some sort of black magic, and it is going to create a project for us. It's like a base project for us from where we can start doing our stuff. So see, it have actually created this Netflix clone here. And don't worry, like you don't have to touch anything. It's just automatic. It's automatically it's just going to create this thing for you. So for now, I'm just going to close it because I already did this, because it may take 5 to 10 minutes depending on your internet speed and depending on your laptop speed. So that is why what I did now, I already created this. So here we have our Netflix. So by executing that command, you are actually going to get this project here. So we will understand what this thing is piece by piece. And as I told you, like, don't worry, everything is easy. Initially, it's gonna seem little difficult, but as we are going to move on, everything is going to make sense. So yeah, by the way, the code editor I'm going to use here is VS Code, and you're free to use any code editor, but I'll suggest you to use VS Code. So if you anybody don't know about the VS Code, so it's a code editor. You can download it from the Google, just type VS Code here, and you can download it. It's a very good code editor. I'll personally suggest you to use this one, because and just click here download. And depending which operating system you are using, if you are in Windows, Linux, or on the Mac, you can download it and you can use it. So it's a very good code editor, and I'm using it for like past 3 to 4 years, so I can vouch for it. So just open this thing in your VS Code. So I'm just opening this folder in my VS Code, and that's very simple. Just right click anywhere, show more option, and open in VS Code. Yeah, you will get this open in VS Code. Otherwise, also you can do it here, like file, open folder, and select the folder. Na? Select our Netflix folder. So this one, and select folder. So it's going to open this for you. Okay, very simple. And one thing that you need to do, so like intentionally skipped that part, that you have to install Node.js. Don't worry, we are not going to use Node.js. You don't have to know anything about Node.js. That's like completely fine. You just have to download and install Node.js. So I'll just tell you how you can download it. Just type Node.js download. Okay, just Google Node.js download, and click on this first link, and you can download it for Windows, Mac, and if you're on Linux. So in the Linux, steps are a little different, but I can see that most of you are using Apple or Windows, Microsoft, so you can just choose any one of them. Install it, just click here, you will get installer file, next, and that's all. So you need to install Node.js, even if we are not going to use it, but React is going to use Node.js internally. So that's the reason we have to install the Node.js. Okay, that's all. So now let me close everything. So this is the folder that you will get after executing that command. Remember that command, npx create react app, something like that. I'll share the command with you, so don't worry about that. So like at the end of this session, I'll share the code with you. In that code, you are going to have that command, so you can use it by yourself. Okay, simple. Okay, that's great. So is there any doubt how you can create the React project? It's very simple. Open CMD, or anything, PowerShell, CMD. It's very simple. Right click anywhere. You are actually going to get this open in terminal. Click here and execute the command npx create react app. And after that, you just have to name your app. So right now, as we are creating Netflix, so I just have given it a name of Netflix. That's all. Press enter, wait for 5 minutes. It's gonna do everything for you. And at the very end, you are going to end up with a folder like this. And if you open this folder in a VS Code, you will have these files here. So we are going to understand what these files are, and which files we are going to ignore. And yeah, and also you have to install Node.js. So that's very important. You have to install Node.js. Okay, so let me just okay, I think lagging, reconnect needed. Okay, is my screen is lagging right now? I think it's good enough now. Copy. Can you write the commandments? Yeah, sure, sure. So just give me a second. Okay, so let me just go through the chat and let me just answer some questions for you. Now it's fixed, now it's fine. Okay, so I didn't notice now because my second screen is here. So I have to constantly look here, so that's okay. How to mark your attendance? You can rewatch the video. It's saying that npx is not installed. Yeah, because you like when Kant, you have to install Node.js first, and then only you can execute this command. So first step, install Node.js. First step, install Node.js. Second step is to execute the command, and let me just write the command for you. So the command is, so I'm just going to write the command here. You can take a screenshot of it. Npx, okay, create hyphen react app hyphen app and name of your application, name. So here you just have to enter the name. That's all. So this is the command, and if you will just press enter, it's just going to create a folder with your name. So like whatever name you have given, and that's all. Like that's all. Nothing more, nothing that. Why why show the git folder? Like this, also this whole thing was created by this command. I haven't done anything. So like this whole thing I just got from by this command only. I haven't written a single line of code yet. So that's all. Like I haven't written a single line of code yet. Everything I just got from that command exactly. Okay. 404 not coming. Even you don't open the GitHub. So let me just go through the chats and all. Video lagging, yeah, it was lagging previously. Yeah. So maybe because of network issues, some like now it's fixed, I think. Now it's fixed. Okay, okay. And some basics. Okay. Okay, I think from here, no? Yeah, Bhavna Chaudhary has basically written the command for you in the chat here. So that's very nice of you. How to create a, like the steps are same. What is his name? Gangadhar. So Gangadhar, in Linux, you there are different steps to install the Node.js, and if you are using in Linux, I'm pretty sure that you know about the apt and all. So use that that repository to install the Node.js from there. Yeah, so first step to install Node.js, then only you can install it. Okay. How like you don't have to install JavaScript. You don't have to. We use Redux or not, depending. What is the use of Redux? Yeah, we are coming to that only. There is an integrated. This is the integrated terminal. So if you want to open the terminal, you can do it. Okay. So now let's just start this React app. So like we got this React app automatically by that command. So let's just start it. So if you're using window this VS Code, just click here on the terminal and open this new terminal. Okay. So like here I'm just using the terminal, built-in terminal of the VS Code, and you again have to write one more command, and I promise, so this is the last command that you have to use, and like only two commands. First one is to create the app, and second to start your app. So just type here npm start and press enter, and that's all. Okay, wait for 1 to 2 minutes. It's going to start your React app in a new browser. So just give it 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, node package execute. Yeah, that's the full form of the npx. Yeah. So here it's starting my React apps. You can see it here. Some things are getting updated in my terminal, and it's just going to take like a little bit of time in the first like 1 to 2 seconds. And what I'm I'm gonna do here, I'm just going to stop my video for a minute, so that because sometimes my video takes a lot of time, so that's the reason. I'm just going to stop my video here. Is Flutter better than React? Manoj, it's not like that. Flutter and React are actually solving the different problems. If you are going into web development, you should go with React right now. Yeah, so here we have a React project and it's working. So this is my React app. Okay, so this app I got from that command. Na? So I haven't written any line of code. I just got this thing pre-built. Pre-built. I haven't even written a single line of code. So this is the thing. So this is your web page. You can refresh, you can select something, you can click here to learn more React from the documentation, but that's very difficult because they are not use this thing is not beginner friendly at all. So I'm here to tell you how to work with React. So this is the template that you're going to get as soon as you execute that command. Now let's just open your folder structure and let's see what all are things we have here. So one thing we have here is readme. So if you want to, you can basically ignore this. You can delete this as well. That this readme.md file is not important. So you can remove everything from here. So if you want, you can delete it. It's not important. But this package.json. So this is one of the most important file we have here. So I'm not going to cover up this thing right now. I'm just going to explain this thing in 2 days. So just wait for that day. You can ignore this file as well. So it's not for us. It's for npm internal use. So it's for React. You can ignore this. Then this one is for the GitHub. So if you are using Git, so in that case you can have this file. Otherwise you can delete it. So I'm going to use Git. In that side I'm going to have this file here. Otherwise you don't have to touch this file as well. Then we have this file node modules, this folder node modules. Again, you don't have to touch this file. So it is automatically going to create it. So you can ignore this and never ever open this and never modify anything here. So it's gonna be like this. Then we have public and again you don't have to touch this folder as well. So where we are going to write our code, like as I told you, you have to ignore this file, this. So we just left with this source folder src. And if I open this folder, if I open this folder, so inside this folder, you are actually going to work. So we are actually going to write all of our code here. So here let's just analyze now what we have. Let's just see what we have here. So first thing, like I have some css file, then I have some sort of javascript file, then this is a test. So I can delete this. So app.test, now you can delete this one. So that's not necessary right now because we are not doing any tests and all. Then we have one more css file, this index.css. Then we have some setup. Oh, like as I told you, you can delete this setup as well. This report file is also not important. So it's a basic setup now. So that's why it's coming up with some boilerplate, like some basic code. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. But I like to keep my code clean. So that is why I'm just going to delete everything that I'm not going to use. So that logo.svg, I deleted that as well. Then inside this, so now I have just left with these 4 files. So like I deleted everything. I asked you to ignore these files, and at the end we are just left with these 4 files here. Now let's just understand these files step by step. So this is index, and for the price we are not going to write anything here. But for that you have to remove this part, like the bottom part here, remove it, and also remove this line. Okay, so just remove this line because we are not going to use it. If you want, I'm not forcing you to, but I don't like to use anything, like keep anything that I'm not going to use. So that is why I'm just removing all that. Okay, so Sanjay, you literally deleted and ignored everything. So where we are going to write anything, like you haven't written a single line of code. So we are going to write our code inside this app.js. So let's just open this file, app.js. So this is the file. Yep. And here some code which looks HTML and what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to delete this as well. So just delete everything from here. Okay, so we are just going to write all of our code inside this app.js. Okay, here. And I'll just going to write everything line by line so that everything going to be easy for you. So what we want to do, okay, so I think my camera is again lagging, so I'm just going to stop it. So I think it was lagging again, na? Which theme I'm using? It's lagging. Okay, you know, I think it's not because. Okay, I think now it's fixed. Okay, network lagging. Reshare the screen. I think now it's fixed. Now just give it a second. I think now it is fixed. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, fix. That's great. So let me just recap it everything for you. So you don't have to write anything here. So just ignore this one, ignore this, ignore this, and ignore this. So you can ignore these all four folders and files. And for so this one, this package.json, this one is important. So don't delete this one and don't write anything here right now. I am just going to tell you what you have to write it here after 2 days. You have to wait for 2 days to know what we are going to write here. Yep. And as I told you, inside this, so we just left with this source folder. Inside this folder, we have these four files: app.css, app.js, index.cs, and index.js. And I also ask you to delete these two lines. So delete this fifth line from here and this line from here. If you want to keep it, you can keep it, but I don't like to have any code that I'm not going to use. So that is why I'm just going to remove it from here. Okay. And now, so where we are going to do anything, like I literally deleted everything, like not even a single line. So we are going to write all of our code inside this app.js. So there was some code here. So this one. So I just deleted this as well. So now let's start our coding. So inside this file, inside this app.js, you just have to create one function. So let me just put some comments here. Just create a function here. Just create a function here. Now it's gonna become super interesting. Na? So just wait for a few more minutes and everything is going to make sense. So here we just need to actually install, create a function. So I'm just going to create a function const, and I'm just going to name this function app. Okay, a simple function app. Yep, that's great. And also I'm just going to export this function from here by doing export default app. Okay, just export this, write this command export default app. So just create a function, and export it. And if you don't know about this export, how to export anything from here, just write export default and name of your function that you want to export. Otherwise you can watch our last week's stream that I have covered it. For now, like if you don't know about this, I'm just going to re-explain this to you. So it is exporting, exporting the function. That's great. So okay, so you followed my step, you created a function here, but now what? So this is a very special function. So whatever you are going to return from this function, so if I return, let's say, a number from here, let me just return any string, hello from react. If I return anything from here and if you save it, you are actually going to see that thing on your screen. See, I'm getting this hello from React. So whatever thing you are actually going to return from this function, hello, or let's say if I return any number, so I'll just see that number here as well. See, I'm getting this number. If I say hey React or anything, hey React here, is react, and you're going to see it here. Yeah, so remember that command yarn start. So you basically have to run that command na, npm start, npm start, and after that you are actually going to say your app here. And don't worry, I just gonna give you a recap at the end of the session. Yeah, you can create it directly by the session, the VS Code. But what I'm going to return from here, it's not text like this. I'm going to return something like HTML. So I'm just going to write here h1 and hello from React. See what I'm doing here. I'm writing HTML inside of the JavaScript. So this is a JavaScript file, and I'm writing this stuff here. You cannot do this in a regular JavaScript. So you cannot do this thing in the regular JavaScript. So from this function, from this app function, I'm returning, I'm returning a basic, something like HTML here. By the way, it's not HTML. By the way, it looks like HTML, it works like HTML. Hello world here, and save it. And see, if I save it, see, I'm getting this hello world here. So, and why don't I just return something, let's say div. Inside this div, I'm going to have, let's say h1 and react, okay, and then I'll create. So I'm just writing some HTML here. So I'm returning a HTML. Okay, let me just create a UL as well. li1, or let's say 2, and let's see what we are going to see on our screen. So if I save it, okay, so I'm getting this. So whatever, so what we understood, so anything that you are going to return this from app function. So like you just have to create a function inside this file app.js. Inside this file, just create a function and export this. Next thing what you can do, whatever you are going to return from this app function, you will see that thing on your screen, like, and how this thing is working. So I'll just cover that as well, but today it's just an introduction, so that is why I'm not going to go, I'm not going inside the deep things. And some things that you have to keep in mind, that you can only return a single element from here. So you can only return a single division, or let's say single h1. You cannot return multiple things. So if you want to return, let's say h1 and one more h1, so you cannot do that. So that is not possible. You can just return a single element. Okay, just single element, single HTML element, you can return it from here. So let's say hello world, and that is why what I did now, I just created a division, and inside this division I'm just going to write all of my code. So whatever HTML I want to make visible on my screen, I'm just going to write it here. And this may looks like HTML, but it is not. It is something called JSX. Okay, we are going to understand about this JSX in little depth, but right now let's just have some fun. So inside this, I'm just again going to write this react here, and let's just use some more things. Let's just have a paragraph, and let's have some content here. So lorem ipsum. Okay, and if I open this, I'm having my h1 and my paragraph here. That's great. And now fun part is now you can also save it inside some variable. So this is a function, this is a function, an app function, and what you can do here, that this is simple function which is just returning some sort of HTML from its return. Yeah, so this is JSX. Yeah, it's not HTML. This is JSX. But like we are going to cover that, like what is JSX and all. But it looks like HTML and it's gonna work like HTML. So for now, you can just ignore that part. So I'm just going to create a variable inside this function. Let's say what we can create. Let's say name equals to, let me just put here, let's upgrade. So I have created a variable here with name. Okay, so inside my function I have created a variable name here, no, const name, and you can use this variable inside this HTML sort of thing. So this is not HTML again, I can use it. So how you can do this? So I'm just going to type hello, and suppose I just want to use this variable here. So how you can use this? Just type the variable name here, okay, and wrap it inside some curly brackets. That's all. Okay, that is all. So see, I'm getting hello, let's upgrade. I can write anything here. Let me just put some emojis. So star, 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 and let's have a name inside of it. Let's upgrade here and save it. See, I'm getting let's upgrade. So you can basically create a variable and you can use that variable directly inside your HTML. If you just want to do this step in the vanilla JavaScript, you basic first of all you have to get that element by using document, then you have to append that inner text and lot of work. But here that's very simple. Just create a variable, just use that variable inside our HTML. The most important part is this, now returning. So whenever you return something from a function, so from this function, whatever you are going to return, it's just going to be visible on your screen. And like obviously we are just going to return this sort of HTML. Yeah, that's great. Now let's move to the next part. How I can style this thing. I just want to use my CSS here. So this thing is looking so ugly. How I can just style this thing. So that's again super easy. So just create a CSS file here. So I'm just going to name this CSS app.css. You just have to create a CSS file, a simple CSS file. You can name it anything like main css, style.css. I'm just going to go with app.css because it makes sense. And inside this I'm just going to create a class. Let's say title. I hope you already know about the classes and all, and I'm just going to give it a background color. So let's just choose some color from here. Let's just go with this now, 333 333. And for the color, let's just go with full on white. So hash fff. Let's just have little bit of border radius, let's say 10 pixels. And why don't I have some padding? Okay, so let's say 10 pixels of padding as well. Okay, that's great, that's nice enough. But it's not updating anything. Like how I can use this class here? I just want to use this class somehow. How you can use it? It's very simple to do that thing again. Just inside your app.css, just open your app.css, go at the very top, and you just have to type import and colon and dot backslash and import your CSS file here. Okay, that's all. So look what I'm doing here, like at this line. I've created a CSS file and I'm importing that CSS file inside my JavaScript. And that's very simple. You just have to type import. So this is a keyword. So import is a keyword. And after that, create a string here, and you basically have to mention the file path. So here we just have to mention the path of the file, okay, that you are actually you want to import. So here we just have to mention the file path, na? Path of the file. So let's just write here. So path here, na? Path of file and save. So here I'm just going to mention the path of the file. So how you can mention it? So if I write here dot and a backslash, so I am just going to see all the files in the same folder. See, I'm getting all the list of the files which are in the same folder. And here I can see app.css here. And just click it and save it. But to our surprise, we can use this class as well. So use any class. Suppose I just want to style this hello and let's upgrade here. Just go over here. So inside this h1 I can mention an attribute. Remember those attributes in the HTML? So the attribute is class name, and here you can type the class name. Okay, and the class name was title. Like obviously I just created this title here. So this one na, just mention the class name here and save it. And see, voila. So like it's so easy to style it. Like you don't have to import and add css anywhere, like, and this is the only one way. So we have multiple ways to style anything in the React. We have so many ways. So this is one of the way to style the component, and by using a class name. So that's very easy. I'm just going to recap everything for you. So just create a css file, app.css. You can name that file anything. Okay, you can name this file anything. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to come to yeah, I'm just going to come to the chat, don't worry. uh like it's so many questions here, so I'm just going to go over here. and like so many questions. Inline CSS, yeah. So just create a file here. Font you're using, whites blinking. Okay, class attribute. Yeah, Sniper has asked a very good question. Like why it's class name instead of class. So by the way, if you put a class here, na, it's also going to work. You can just use the class. You can use class or class name. Both are same. But the problem is that class is also an internal part of JavaScript. So we also have a class here in JavaScript, like say this class. So that is when sometimes it conflicts. So that's why the official React suggests us to always use class name instead of class. By the way, both are going to work fine, but they have suggested us to use class name instead of the class here. Okay, that's great. Now let me just tell you another way to style something. So let's suppose I just want to style this here, this paragraph as well. So that's going to be very simple. Your class is a reservoir, sort of a reserve, and also now it is also going to mess up with the default class. So that is why. Can we use CSS file in this? Yep, we are actually using CSS here. So app.css, you just created a CSS file and you just have to import that CSS in your JavaScript by doing this. By doing this, I have created a CSS file here and I'm importing it here. So we are actually using the CSS file. I'm just going to share the themes, font, everything. Now just wait for a few minutes. I'm just going to share everything with you. Okay, so how to style something by using yeah, you can use the ID tag as well. So I'm just going to put an ID here. Let's say ID of subtitle. Okay, subtitle here. But the ID thing is now it's sometimes it's not going to work here. Like let me just write some code here like this. See, you can use the ID. So just give it an ID, this one, and just write an ID selector here. That's all. Like simple. But now generally we use classes instead of the IDs. We use classes in React. So let me tell you another way. Just type a style here. Style equals to create bracket here, curly bracket, and one more time create a curly bracket. Inside this you can write all of your CSS. So let's say write color red. Save it, and now see it's red here. I can write anything, font size, font weight, and all sort of stuff. So that is that is the second way to style something in React. So we are going to cover this, how to do this in on more different ways. So by the way, it's time for recap. It's time for recap. So from here we are going to start from tomorrow. So let's just have a recap what we did from starting to the end. I'm just going to answer all of your questions. Let's just understand what to do and how you can run your project. So to close your project, just type Control and C. Control and C, CTRL plus C inside your terminal to close your project. So now it's gonna stop. And let's just do everything from the beginning so that we can clear all the doubts and everything. Okay, so I'm just going to close this VS Code and this as well. So now it's not going to work, like we have closed our project here. Okay, first step first. First step first, you have to install Node.js. Steps are very simple. Just Google download Node.js and it's going to get installed for you. Second step, open the terminal. Open terminal. You can create a folder. Let's say, let me just create a folder. My first React app. Open this folder. Inside this folder, you can right click anywhere and you can open the terminal. And the command that you want to execute here is npx create react app. Yep, npx, not z here, npx, and you can name your app anything na? So right now the name of your app, so let's say Facebook, anything na? And press enter. And as soon as you do that, you are actually going to get a folder like this. So just open this folder, open this folder, and open this folder in VS Code. Open this folder in VS Code. Now to run your to start your project, the first thing that you have to do is to open the terminal here in the exact same folder. Okay, here only. So that is why I'm just going to use terminal and new terminal. So just click here terminal and new terminal. Command that you want to execute is npm start, npm start, and press enter. Okay, and it's going to start this project for you. And I'm just going to see like for why you prefer more than Node.js. Like Kalyanam, I think that is your name. So Kalyanam, Node.js and react.js are completely different things. So react.js is actually used to create some front end, so like a front end like this, and Node.js is used to create a backend. Okay, so that's the difference. So that is why. Okay, so now we have started our project. So if you want to delete something, you can delete it. I just told you what you have to delete. Otherwise, you can directly open this app.cs, app.js, create a function, and whatever you are going to return from this function, you are going to see that thing on the screen. And I just told you how you can style this and all. So I'm just going to go through the chat, and now I'm going to answer all of your questions. Yeah. So Node.js is for the backend, and I'm just going to, let's say, start with from here. Okay, Kalyanam, in these 5 days, we are going to learn React.js. In these 5 days, you will learn React.js, some advanced JavaScript like promises and modules, and we are going to create Netflix clone. So from tomorrow, we are going to start with this. So by tomorrow, we are going to start with our project Netflix clone. Yep. So it was lagging too much. I think tomorrow that won't be the issue. Unable to run. Yeah, Mahavir Karthik, I think that's your name. So did you install the Node.js first? So installing Node.js first is very important, otherwise it's not going to run. Okay, so to execute the command you have to install Node.js, so that is first and the foremost thing. Okay, if you want to delete anything, you can delete anything. What is your name? Durga. So otherwise you can directly open this app.js and you can start working here now. So you don't have to delete, like it's my preferred way to delete all the unnecessary things. Okay. My VS Code theme is I think synthwave. So let me just see it. So it's synthwave at 84. So this is my, okay, synthwave at 84. So this is my VS Code theme. Like previously I was using a material theme. Like previously I was using material. So that theme was my go-to theme, but I just switched to, like this was my previous theme, na? But I recently switched to synthwave. So this is, and the font I'm using right now is I think let me just see what is the font I'm using. So the font I'm using is Dank Mono. So right now I'm using Dank Mono as my coding font with the font literature. I'm just going to set it to true, by the way. So this is the font I'm using. Okay, I hope you now, and the extension list is so much, like it's huge, but I'll just suggest you to install the extension. Just type in the extension, just type React. So just install this one now, ES7 React Redux React Native snippets. So just install this one, so it will just give you some snippet code, so you can write all of your code faster. Okay, inline styling, check your, like, yeah, now I think it's fixed. Extension name, so like which one? I think Josh, which extension you're asking for? Class is the reserved, yeah. How to type the emoji? To type the emoji, to use the emoji, just press window and the dot, and you will see this screen, window and dot. Let me just show it on you by using on screen keyboard. So I'm just going to use on screen keyboard just to show it to you. So just go over here and click on Windows and the dot, and you will see this screen. From this screen you can basically choose the emoji that you want. Okay, so this is how you can use the emojis. So it's only for the Windows. For the Mac, I don't know how to use emojis in the Mac, but in Windows this is how we do this. Okay, and there are some more extensions like auto complete tags. So there are some extensions like auto complete. Let me just close this. Yeah, auto rename, and this is auto rename tag, auto close tag, and auto import. So if possible, install these three extensions. So that is going to make your life little bit more easy. Yep. So I'm just going to, I think, let me just start my video once more and start it so I can wrap up this session for today. Do we use backend in this project? Yeah, Sai Deepak, we are going to use a third-party API to work like there is a API called the movie database. So we are going to use that. So I'm just going to start my camera here. I think it's not started. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to use a database third-party API necessary to both Node and no, not. Just install the Node.js and execute that command. And if you want any references, so you can just type here create react app na, create react app command. So just google this and click on this na, first one, create a new react app. Just click here and you will get all the steps here. By the way, there is a single step. So this is the command. So create react app. So just google create react app and open the first link and you will get this na. So this is the command, like all the commands that I have executed, and px create react app and npm start. So you can just go over here and look for it. Prefer react website. Yeah, refer react website. Is this project I have to clear? Nishant, if you already know javascript, html, css, so you can continue. But if not, I'll just suggest you to watch the basic of html, css and javascript. So that will be very helpful. Why we use, okay, so there's a very good question by Mutiki, I think that's your name. Why we use react instead of angular? And you want the honest answer? So the honest answer is because of jobs, because there are so many jobs in react than angular. That's the simplest answer I can give you. And if you don't believe, just google it. So if I just do a quick google, let's say react versus angular google trends, just see it and you will see it by yourself, that why we basically go with what do you say, react instead of that this one now. So you'll see that react is far more popular than angular, so that's the reason. And by the way, the reason behind the react success was it was stable from the day one. React is so much stable and the community is very huge. So see, so this much jobs for the react and this much jobs for the angular, so the difference is huge. So if you want to land a job, I'll just suggest you to go with the react. So that's the simplest answer. But the react is very versatile. So angular is very stiff with its nature, but react is very versatile. So that's the reason behind the success of react na? Npm start error, Leon. So what is the error you're getting? Just share me the error, like what is the error, so I can just answer you, like what is the error. Abhishek, yeah, I know that you're, yeah, I'm using GitHub Copilot. Abhishek, just tell me what is the error, like what is the proper error. But I know the what is the error. I think I know. The error is basically you forget to install Node.js or Node is not installed properly. So first of all, just check if your Node is installed properly. To check if the Node is installed properly, like if the Node is installed properly, just open a terminal and type node space hyphen b and press enter. And you should get a number like this. And also check npm space dash b and you should also get a number. Like in a minute you are going to see. So execute these two commands and you should get these two numbers. And if you're getting this, that means npm and node is installed properly. If they are not installed properly, in that case only it is just going to show the error, not the parent folder. Yeah, Adin, because open the project folder na? if you want to run the command, you have to run the command here inside this folder. So inside this folder, either you can use VS Code and open a terminal here like this, okay, and check if the path of the folder is correct. So this folder name should be your project name, na? Otherwise, you can just go over here, right click anywhere, open the terminal here, and just write the command npm start here. Na? So you have to execute this command. You have to execute this command in the folder where your project actually is. Okay. So inside this folder, and now it's gonna work. So that is the error that you may have been getting. Okay. So yeah, Abhishek. So that is the error because you are not executing this command in the same folder. You have to execute the command here. So that is why I prefer you to use the default terminal of the VS Code because it comes with all the checks and all. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. And I'm just going to see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we are actually going to have the recap and we are going to start with our Netflix loan. So that is for today. And tomorrow we will fix the lag issue as well. Like today we had a lot of lags and all. Just try it by yourself, create your first React app. If you face any problem, I'm here for you. I'm just going to I'm just going to remove all the problems for you by tomorrow. Yeah, that's it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye, and have a nice day.
Has till date.